Years ago, I brought the orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for the most.
We cannot let the populace know of the missing Erexus. His name has been excised from volumes. Nobody will speak of him again.
My apprentice Khadgar already seems to be aware. He has asked questions.
He will be a fine choice to assist the Magus Medivh. Let young Khadgar step in so that we can explain his task to him.
Khadgar, do you know anything about a Medivh?
Not much. He is a maverick mage, great and powerful, living in the heights of the Red Ridge Mountains, in the Tower of Karazhan.
We have been trying to insituate a sympathetic ear in his tower for years, but he has refused to collaborate. Only now he asked for an assistant, so we will present him one. You.
We want to learn what knowledge Medivh has hidden in his library. We want to know what research he favors. Most of all, we want him to start planning for his legacy. When does he plan to train an heir?
Also ask him about his mother, Egwin. Her battle with demons.
Be direct, forthright, and honest. The Magus values these traits.
You will travel tomorrow morning. Go now and prepare yourself.
Khadgar, keep your ears and eyes open.
I will. Thank you, Master. The air feels cold and I'm getting tired. Hopefully the tower isn't much farther. I sense something. Or someone.
Too late, buddy. Got your stuff.
What the? Hey! Come back here, you thief! Trust in yourself. I am curious. Let's see. He left everything in the pouch. Even the axe. The axe was destroyed in the process. Lucky me. So be it.
Please, put me to rest. Complete the cycle. Then the way to Karazhan shall be opened to you.
Curious. I will find a way through.
Give me the items and read the book.
Spirits grant this soul the courage to change the things he could not. To his will I surrender, that I may be happy forever in the next life. Living this day, dying at night, enjoying for him I will. Wait a moment. What exactly are we doing here?
Then I shall possess your body in a different manner.
Azeroth will not fall. I have to keep moving. Let's get to work.
You are the new young man?
Khadgar of Dalaran, in the Kingdom of Lordaeron. I was sent by the Kirin Tor to assist Lord Medivh. The Wizard Medivh.
I'm sure they did. Send you, that is, Morose, steward of the tower, Castellan to Medivh. Have you seen my blinders?
What about the blinders?
Magic's strong here. Sometimes you see things around here. Unless you're careful, I was careful. But they're gone now. Help me find them, young Khadgar. Then we can enter the tower again and introduce you to Medivh.
Those must be the blinders. Now to get onto this island, I better ask Morose. Morose, I have located the blinders, but they are on another island to the west.
Of course. The magic of relocation is very unusual, even here. But it happens from time to time. Why don't you just hop on that island and bring me my blinders, while I figure out which of these keys opens the door to the tower?
Curious. Let's get to work. Stay focused now.
You have my blinders. Just in time. I was about to enter the tower without you.
So, you've been in the Magus' household for long?
Hey, long enough. Too long. Seems like years. Times like that here.
What do you know about him? The Magus, I mean.
The question is, what do you know?
I don't know much.
Of course you don't. Young people never know much. That's what makes them young, I suppose.
I mean, I don't know much about Medivh. What is he like?
Like everyone else, I suppose. Has his druthers, has his moods. Good days and bad. Like everybody else.
Puts his pants on one leg at a time?
No, he levitates into them.
So, it seems our young spy has arrived at last. Is something wrong? Are you ill, lad?
There's much I can learn here. A little winded, perhaps. It was a long climb.
You have a letter for me.
The letter? You didn't read it! I mean, sir, with respect.
O great and respected Magus Medivh, Master of Karajan, I bring you the greetings of the Kirin Tor, most learned and puissant of the magical academies, guilds, and societies, advisors to the kings, teachers of the learned, revealers of secrets. How am I doing so far? You did open the letter yourself, didn't you? When?
On the voyage from Lordaeron to Kultiras. We were becalmed for 2 days, and
Curiosity got the better of you. How did I know what was in the letter?
sympathy.
Explain.
A magical law. When someone handles an item, they leave a part of their own magical aura attached to the item. The more, the stronger the resonance. You are mind-reading the mind of the scribe who wrote the letter.
So, how would this trick be useful to a scholar?
You could read books without having to read books.
You're not bad. Not bad at all. Your primary elementals?
Strongest in flame, but I know them all.
Alchemy?
No, sir.
No? Morose, see the young man to his quarters. Then make sure he gets some practice at the Botanic Garden. I will return to my quarters now. Tell Cook to prepare a meal for us.
I will find a way through this. This chest must have belonged to one of the other would-be apprentices. I wonder what he left inside. Always happy to help.
Medivh instructs every one of his assistants to learn a skill they have never before been trained in.
So mine is alchemy. Wait, did you say assistant?
Not an apprentice yet, lad. Not by half. Go to the Botanic Garden. I have placed a letter with all the instructions you need at the entrance. Have to go now. Cook spilled some soup.
let's get to work. Stay focused. So be it.
You are finished? Right on time, then. Late supper is ready. Medivh is waiting for you in the kitchen. Follow me.
Always
You
happy to
sailed
help.
here from Lordaeron? What type of boat?
Yes. A Terrassian windrunner, the Gracious Breeze.
Out of Kul Tiras. You spoke with the crew at all?
A little. I think I amused them with my accent. The Terrassians told stories of fishmen. They called them Murlocs. Are they real?
They are. What other races have you encountered? Could you describe a troll?
They are larger than humans, have elongated features, and live in tribal organization.
Almost extinct in Lordaeron. Goblins?
They are very small, inventive but in a destructive fashion. Also fearless, and as a race they are insane.
Only the smart ones. You know about demons?
Only from legends. All mages of Dalaran are taught proper protections, from our first day of training.
I do not doubt that. Do you know what a guardian is?
A watchman? A guard? Perhaps another race? Is it a type of monster? Perhaps a protector against monsters?
Don't worry. You're not supposed to know. It's part of the trick. So, what do you know about me?
Your father was a mage of Azeroth, Neelis Aaron. Your mother was Aegwyn, which may be a title as opposed to a name, one that goes back at least 800 years. You grew up in Azeroth, and know King Lane and Lord Lothar from your childhood.
Aegwyn is my mother's name. She was over 1,000 years old when I was born. She is why the Kirin Tor is interested in what I keep in my library, which is why they sent you. What else do you know about me?
Your name means Keeper of Secrets in High Elven.
I also answer to a few other names, but you can call me Medivh for now, Young Trust.
Trust?
You don't speak Dwarven. My name means Keeper of Secrets in High Elven. Your name means Trust in the Old Dwarven language. So I will hold you true to your name, Young Trust. Well then, finish your meal and rest a bit. Moros is going to have another task for you.
Medivh said to start you off slow. You can take stock of the library, which is northeast. Figure out how you are going to organize it, he said. Lunch will be served late today, so take your time.
Stay focused now, just now. Curious. This is not the library. Those eyes.
Thief! Interloper!
Magus, this is Khadgar, assistant, cleaning library. Your orders.
I have sorted by type?
Yes, I'm sorry, lad. I don't believe anyone else has ever gotten this far before. Excellent. Now come along. Time is of the essence.
Griffins. I've never... I don't know.
Don't they teach anything among the Kirin Tor? I don't have time for this. Now you do know.
hurt. Always happy to help.
My apprentice told you to leave. You should have followed his orders.
I know you, human. You are the one.
The cavalry. Too loud and too late, but don't tell them that. Rest now. Khadgar, this is Lord Anduin Lothar. Lothar, this is my apprentice, Khadgar of the Kirin Tor.
So, you finally got an apprentice. Had to go to the Violet Citadel to find one. What has this one done to impress you?
Oh, the usual. Organized my library, tamed a griffin on the first try. Took on these orcs single-handed, including a warlock.
He organized your library. I'm impressed.
Lord Lothar, your skill is known, even in Dalaran.
I managed to squeeze out of one of their scouts that there was a large party looking to raid along the Morass Road. I had hoped to arrive in time to warn them.
Sir, we have found a survivor, but he is in pretty bad shape. Could the Magus come at once?
Stay with the lad. He's still woozy from everything.
You seem to have some experience with these orcs. Maybe you can help. The orcs have set up a force field, and we must deactivate it. I'm not asking for much. Just keep your eyes open in case you find something useful. So,
Curious.
the old coot finally took on an assistant.
Apprentice. He's had many assistants. They didn't last. Or so I heard.
I recommended a few of those assistants, and they came back with tales of a haunted tower and a crazy, demanding mage. What do you think of him?
Could I borrow that barrel of explosives?
Maybe later. The orcs have destroyed one of our towers. We need some lumber to repair it, but we can't harvest here anymore. We need the cover. Our caravan's been attacked, and Lothar wants to put the corpses in body bags, including orcs. We sent Timmy to count the corpses, but we need someone else to confirm.
I will find a way through this. Stay focused now. He is more than I expected.
He is more than anyone expected. That's one of his good points. That is a very politic and polite response. How old are you, lad?
17? Why?
Lord Magus Medivh was a teenager, too, when he fell into a coma, and he woke up a grown man. We never really found out why it happened. I worry about him. He's all alone in his tower.
He has a Castellan, and there's Cook.
With his magic, tucked up there in the mountains, I worry about him.
Curious. The force field is down.
Excellent work. The Magus did not put his trust in vain.
Stay focused now. Let's get to work. Always happy to help.
It seems the Magus hasn't returned yet. We need someone to spy on these orcs. Only then can we strike efficiently.
Azeroth will not fall. Help.
The War Chief will be pleased to hear of our success raiding these humans, but it will not be enough. If we want to conquer this world, we must break the humans' neck. We need to attack their capitals.
We are only here to carry out our mission. Once we have crushed these puny humans, Gul'dan will order us to return to Draenor.
Curious. So be it.
War Chief Blackhand will not let the Mad Burning Blade clan take over command. He would rather let the Blacktooth Grin clan have their way.
I have to keep moving. The orcs came from another world called Draenor to conquer Azeroth. There are scuffles among the clans.
Great work, lad.
About Medivh, what can I do to help?
Keep an eye on him. If you're an apprentice, he should spend more time with you. I don't want him to
fall into another coma. I would be honored to help you both, Lord Lothar. Know that my loyalty must be to the Master Mage first, but if there is anything a friend would need to know, I will pass it along.
There's something else. Has the Lord Magus spoken of the Guardian to you?
I have heard the name from Medivh's lips, but know nothing of the details.
Then let it be as if I said nothing to you. You seem like a trustworthy sort. How long have you been Medivh's apprentice?
Counting until dawn tomorrow. That would be 1. I will find a way through this. I have to keep...
Are you up for travel?
Well enough. I don't know if I can handle a griffin, though.
Your mount got spooked by the attack and headed for the high country. We'll have to double up.
So, I'm your apprentice. I'm honored, sir.
I'm glad you are, because now starts the hard part.
I've seen the orcs we fought, in a vision. It was on a battlefield, and these orcs were attacking, and the sky was red as blood.
Curious. That's a new one indeed. Go fetch a ewer of wine from the kitchen. This may take some explaining. That this tower is a place of power should not surprise you. Mages gravitate towards such places. Once, long ago, something powerful exploded here, carving out the valley and weakening the reality around it.
You then came...
Yes, that's all true, if you look at it in a linear fashion. But what if the explosion occurred because the place needed to be ready for me? Tell me, what is time? How does it work?
Time is a regular progression of instants, like sands through an hourglass.
Excellent analogy. If the tower is an hourglass, then visions are bits of sand of time itself that are moving through it at any time. We can see them, but not clearly. Some of it is part of the past, some of it is parts of the future.
Could some of it be of other worlds as well?
Possible. These visions waft in and out at their own speed, and defy us to explain their chaotic nature.
Have you ever sought out a particular vision? Wouldn't there be a way to discover a certain future, and then make sure it happened?
Or make sure it never comes to pass? No. There are some things that even a master mage respects, and stays clear of. This is one of them. I have to go. Tonight, I'm afraid. I will leave instructions for your studies with Morose.
Bring me a vision of the young Medivh.
A fool, Guardian of Tirisfal. While you have been fighting only a few, my brothers in sorcery have brought in a legion of others. Every nightmare, every dark lord of the Burning Legion.
I know, but I never said I was alone.
Sargeras, I have broken your toys. You are finished here. Flee while you still have your life.
The time of Tirisfal is about to end. Surrender now. I have use of your power.
No.
Then die, Guardian, and let your world die with you.
The Magus is back, wants you up at the observatory level.
Medivh's back?
That's what I said. You're to fly to Stormwind with him. I've summoned the Griffins.
Blasted crosswind. I told them this was precisely the wrong spot for an aviary, but no one listens to the mage around here.
Master Medivh, it is good you could come. 2 mages were found dead in their chambers.
Trust. Find out where Lothar is and get him to the chamber. You, take me to the chamber in question now. No, I know the way myself. They said it was Hugler and Hugerin. This way, then.
Knowledge is power. I have to keep moving. Yet. Let's get to work. Observe and reflect. I have to.
Sir Lothar, are you drunk?
I just need to shum fresh air, and I'll be fine.
I'll find a way to bring you back to the living. Stay here.
If you want to sober him up, lad, you've got to use something strong. Find these ingredients and mix a wake-up juice.
He's happy to help. Let's moving.
In a few moments, he's going to be as sober as a priest on Sunday.
Apprentice, 2 of the great sorcerers of Azeroth are dead, and there is evidence of demonic activity. Let's go.
So be it. I will find a way through this. Always happy to help.
The bodies were removed soon after they were found. We didn't know when you would arrive.
You didn't know if I would arrive, you mean? All right, all right. We can still salvage something. Young trust. I need your youth and inexperience. What do you sense?
Observe and reflect. I will find a way through this. So be it. Stay focused now. Let's get to work. I have to keep moving. Curious. Stay focused now. Let's get to work. Always happy to help. I will find
the demon is at large in the city right now, but it will probably be laying low for the moment.
I can organize search parties within the hour.
No, we need more information. No use throwing away good lives after bad. Will you grant me and my apprentice a moment or 10 alone? Bring this scroll to the king's special advisor. He knows about matters of the extraordinary.
Curious. I have to keep moving. So be it. This will teleport me to the fountain in the city center. Always happy to... I need access to the king's palace, and...
You'll need signed papers from me. Here you go, lad. Enjoy the king's hospitality.
So be it. Let's get to work.
Welcome to the king's palace.
Find a way through this. Stay focused now. Excuse me, sir. I am investigating a case of demonic activity. Is there something you can tell me about this scroll?
The language seems familiar. From what I can understand, one could use this to communicate with demons ranked slightly above simple soldiers, like captains.
You seem to know a lot about this sort of thing.
It's my duty to know. I am the king's special advisor, after all. Who else would he turn to? Certainly not these mage vipers of Dalaran.
I will find a way through this. Stay focused now.
So, how is he?
He has his moods, like anyone.
An ostler has his moods and he kicks the dog. A mage has his moods and a town disappears. No offense meant.
Always happy to way through this.
Now, what did you learn of demons in your time at the Violet Citadel?
Just material about individuals committing foul acts in the name of demons. Nothing about truly summoning a demon. The general belief is that demons were driven out of this world entirely.
Into the twisting nether, their prison. They are very, very anxious to get back in. Sadly, there are those who walk willingly to the abyss.
Huglar and Hugerin, why would they do it?
Hubris, overconfidence, and fear. They killed themselves summoning a demon because they feared me.
Observe and reflect. Stay focused now. I have to keep moving. Always happy to help. I have to keep moving. Always happy to help.
There is a biologist in the mage quarters. You should ask him about the horn.
Stay focused now. Let's get to work. Curious.
It's time I told you the story of the Guardians and of the Order of Tirisfal. To understand the Order, you must understand demons and magic. So what is magic?
An ambient field of energy that pervades the world. Magic is universal, like water.
Millennia ago, all the magic in the world was in one location, the Well of Eternity. The first people to cast spells, called Kaldore, encamped around this well. Other forces, hungering for magic, were seeking to invade our world. Brave individuals managed to exile these demons, including their leader Sargeras. But the well exploded, ripping the world apart. Some of the surviving Kaldori would found the Order of Tirisfal. This order would give one of its numbers, the greatest of powers. He would serve as the Guardian of Tirisfal and become the gatekeeper of reality.
You are the Guardian.
I am the child of the greatest Guardian of all time.
Knowledge is power. I have to keep moving. So be it. Always
There is
happy
a
to help.
sorcerer hiding in the housing area. Ask him about this metal.
I will find a way through this. I have to keep moving.
Not even his mother could control him, I understand. She whelped him from a conjurer of this very court. Yes, I pieced it together after he went into that coma. Too much. Too young. Even now, I'm concerned.
You think he's too powerful?
I worry that he's not powerful enough. Bad times are coming. Those orcs you saw a month ago, they're multiplying like rabbits after a rain. I pray that the Guardian is up to it.
Over time, politics and personal interest came into play. Magna Aegwyn refused to be manipulated, so the Order and the Guardian split. For over 1,000 years she fought demons, even defeating the physical aspect of Sargeras. That's in that epic poem, The Song of Aegwyn. She was expected to pass her power. Instead, she chose her own child as her successor. The power was too much. When I was a young man, it awoke within me, and I slept for over 20 years. And while I slept, evil crept back into the world. Hugler and Hugarin were members of the Order, like Erexus among the Kirin Tor. They feared my mother's power, and they fear me, and I have to keep their fear from destroying them. Such is the charge laid upon the Guardian of Tirisfal. Old Lothar knows a lot, but not all. That's why I had to tell you, so he doesn't pry too much out of you. I need someone to guard the Guardian. Now, I must be off to deal with this demon.
Be vigilant. Stay focused now. Let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Word comes from Ironforge, Alterac, and even Lordaeron. There's been a plague of mishaps like Hugler and Hugarin. I think something is hunting the great mages of this secret order. It may be tied to the orcs, or something much worse. I don't want to go another 20 years without a guardian.
You are worried about him, and I share your concerns. Where do you think he went to hunt this demon?
We've covered most of Stormwind, except the school area, north of the housing area.
Curious. Medivh, are you all right? The demon.
Child's play. We should get back. Miles to go before we rest. Isn't that right, apprentice?
Of course. We left an experiment on the boil.
Lead on. This city life takes too much out of a man, and I could use a nap about now. There is a scroll, the Song of Aegwyn, tells of my mother's battle with Sargeras. We use it as a cipher for Order communications. You will use it.
The scroll that Guzba wanted a copy of. What should I do once I decipher a message?
Right. Delay first, then equivocate. If all else fails, tell them to use their own judgment. Do not tell them I am indisposed. The last time I mentioned that, a horde of would-be clerics arrived. I'm still missing silverware from that little visit.
There's much I can learn here. I will find a way through this. What? Sargeras?
Morose? Khadgar? Are you here?
Master, your wards. They have failed. There was There was a demon here.
A demon? Hold. No, the wards are still in place. I think that was another one of your visions. But just to reassure you, I will check the tower's mystic wards. Now, did anything else happen while I was gone?
Guzba passed away.
So, they're going to blame Guzba until the next poor sod gets sliced open. Anything else?
Lothar writes of rising sightings of the orcs, of raids and robberies, an increase in refugees heading for the protection of Stormwind. He's concerned. He doesn't know what to expect next.
On the contrary, if everything you tell me is true, then I'm afraid things are going just the way I expected.
A guest? Mage or merchant?
Didn't ask, and the emissary didn't say. We'll be told when we need to know.
I think the Magus has been hiding often enough in his secret quarters lately. It's time I shed some light. I need a place where I can call up a vision with enough space and no one around. The banquet hall.
I should probably take a mop with me.
I will find a way through this. Always happy to help. I have to keep... Show me what is happening in Medivh's quarters. Stay focused now.
Leaving? So soon? I mean, I thought that after last night you would want to remain in the castle at Stormwind for a while.
You, Neelas Aran, are one of the mightiest sorcerers in the Order of Tirisfal, and yet you remain an idiot. That says something about the rest of the Order.
I just thought...
You can tell your fellow mages that you managed to bed the great and mighty Guardian, but you will also have to tell them that you provided me with a way of passing on my power without the Order having any further say in it. When my child is born and weaned, you will even raise him here, for I know he will follow my path, and even the Order would not want to miss that opportunity to influence him.
But did you... Goodbye, Magna Iguin.
Goodbye, Neelas Aran. It has been... pleasant.
Orc! Knowledge is power. I will find a way through this. Stay focused.
Come and get me, then.
So be it. Stay focused now. One by one. Curious.
You all right, emissary?
Never better. Needed a little exercise. The whelp was kind enough to oblige.
Came to get you. Magus wants to see you.
When you see the Magus, you're going to tell him you're snooping around?
Doesn't want to see her. Wants to see you, apprentice.
She's an orc. We were attacked by orcs. I had a vision of attacks of orcs. Every communication that mentions orcs speaks of their cruelty and violence.
Half-orc, really. Garona is a representative for her people, and my guest, young Trust. Given your natural curiosity, why aren't you already trying to pull information out of her?
Sir, I think this Garona is a spy. I think she is here to learn as much as she can, to be used against you later.
That is very much the pot calling the kettle black, young mageling. Remember the list of things your own masters of the Kirin Tor wanted you to wheedle out of me?
Observe and reflect. Keep moving. Stay focused now.
Actually, I'm just trying to understand what you're doing here. I was told you had a tome on Azeroth's kings.
Curious. I will find a way through this.
Found it. Human languages are a bit wordy, but it's a start to learn about your race. Do all humans think alike? There are different opinions among the orcs as well. The Horde is made of a number of clans, all with their own chieftains. Stormreaver, Blackrock, Twilight's Hammer, Bleeding Hollow. Those are the major clans. Our homeland is harsh, and only the strongest clans survive. I have no clan, but I can easily move between the clans.
I will find a way through this.
Do you know any? If I said Gizbla the Mighty, or Hikapik the Bloodrender, would that tell you enough? I am praying that you will leave me alone long enough so I can figure out what the old man is talking about when we have our discussions. What's that?
Curious. Stay focused now.
Good.
Observe and reflect.
Swiftly and
There's much I can learn here.
Need someone dead?
Trust
Whatever
in
it
yourself.
takes.
Master, there is a demon in the tower. It was a demon of the type you fought at Stormwind Keep. Something has gotten past the wards and attacked us.
Again? Ridiculous. None of the wards are tripped. You are here. Cook is in the kitchen and Morose is in the hall right now.
Then you should come at once, Master.
Congratulations. I think it's a bigger mess now than when you first arrived. You two see threats everywhere, like Lothar and Lane, and the Order. They have quarreled and argued among themselves, so now they don't have the power to repel a new invader. And this is little stuff. Even if the Orcs succeeded in Azeroth, they would need a Guardian, and I would be there for them. I'm so tired of worrying about everything. When can I worry about myself?
Is he always like this? Up to now, I've always assumed he would be on the side of the Kingdom of Azeroth.
He has to take a very long view on things. It sometimes cuts him off from others. There is something. I have never asked you about your homeland. How did you get from there to here? Was it some spell?
We came through a portal that led us to the Black Morass, though I don't know where the portal came from. But you, Khadgar, can call up these visions. You can find out who brought the Orcs through to Azeroth. This beast has done something to my mana pool. Can you restore it?
Let's get to work. I have to keep moving. Medivh's book could be lying around somewhere in the library.
So be it. Swiftly and silently.
Show me the origin of the rift between Draenor and Azeroth.
Gul'dan. I want your people. I want your armies. I want your power to aid me.
I have called upon my spirit protectors, my warlocks and my mystic master, and all have failed to stop you. You haunt my dreams, and now you come into my world.
You fear me, for you do not understand me. See my world and fear no more. Gather your forces. Prepare them for a journey through the twisting nether. Prepare them well, for all this will be yours when you succeed.
Who are you truly, and how will we reach this world?
I will open the way for you. I will smash the cycle and be free.
I am the Guardian.
Medivh, the old man. It couldn't be. It must be a misfire. Perhaps it's just an illusion. Some magical fakery.
What's all this brouhaha? What are you children up to? Come out of there at once.
Circle of Warding. The Magus cannot cross it. But if it only affects demons, why not?
Shadows.
Knowledge is power. So be it. I have to keep moving. One question, Master. Why did you visit the Orc Gul'dan's dreams? Why did you show the Orcs how to come to this world?
I was unaware Gul'dan told you of me. He didn't strike me as being unwise, or a chatterbox.
Is this what you did to Hoglar and Hugarin, and Guzba, and the others? Did they figure things out?
They were further from the truth than you were, child, but I had to be careful. I forgave your curiosity for your youth, and thought that loyalty still mattered in this world.
Knowledge Bring me a vision of one who has fought this beast before. I have to keep moving. Trust in yourself. The Master has gone mad.
More than usual?
Do you have the whistle to summon griffins? He'll be after us, but you and Cook had better run as well.
Run? Wherever would I go?
You dare strike your own mother?
I do, Mother. and I have the power for it. The power that you invested me with at my conception. A power that I did not want or request.
Why did you bring the Orcs to Azeroth? What happens if they succeed?
To smash the clockwork universe that you have built for your child. The Orcs will make me their leader. They respect strength, Mother. Unlike you, or the rest of this sorry world.
You are not my son.
No. I have never been your son. Never truly yours in any case.
Sargeras? I killed you!
You only killed my physical form, Witch. I hid in your womb and passed into your unformed child. Some part of me keeps me from killing you, Mother. But I will break you and banish you.
What's wrong with them?
Medivh is calling them back. They want to go back to Karazhan.
Think he will follow?
I don't know. But I don't want to be here if he does. We'll make for Stormwind on foot. I can stop one orc at a time, but we can't fight them all.
If they find a corpse, they will be alerted. We need to get by unnoticed. Let me find some proper clothes for you so you can disguise yourself. Keep your voice down. Swiftly and silently. You can take off the disguise now. There are humans ahead.
We should still avoid them. They'll think I am a scavenger and kill us both on sight. I have to keep curious. I will find a way through this.
Name your target.
Be vigilant.
How much further is it to Stormwind?
I'm not sure. My guess is that we'll come across a road soon. From there, we'll turn north.
North? I don't think you know what you are talking about.
Garona, wait!
Hold her! Where are the others?
Leave her alone!
Who are you to interfere with the military? Get them to the camp, boys.
Just let me get my wind back.
Right. Just wait until the commander gets back.
Hurry now. We'll want to be as far away as possible before they notice us missing. Hold! I am Khadgar, apprentice to Medivh the Magus, friend and ally to your King Lane. I have business with him.
Sure you are. Medivh doesn't take apprentices. Even I know that. Take the orc. Kill her if she resists.
Now stop this.
Kill them! Kill them both!
Hold!
Lord Lothar, we have important information for King Lane. We need to get to Stormwind at once.
So you shall, lad. So you shall.
The orcs are relentless. They will be back.
They did not get within bowshot of the walls.
This time. Next time they will. And the time after that, they will get over the walls. I don't think you are taking the orcs sufficiently seriously, sire.
I assure you, I take this very seriously. But I am also aware of the strengths of Stormwind, of its walls, of its armies, of its allies, and of its heart.
The Magus.
Medivh has a plan. It's as simple as that. The last time he was here, he haired off to hunt a demon. Hardly the action of one demon-possessed to decapitate one of his own.
But it might be the action of one who was trying to maintain his own innocence. Could he not have summoned it up, then killed and provided it as the one responsible?
With respect to both of you, I do not deny that you saw what you saw. Not even these visions of the past. All this is part of some larger plan of his. He always speaks of larger plans.
With all due respect, the Magus may have a larger plan, but the question is, does Stormwind and Azeroth truly have a place within that plan?
Lane, don't let your security blind you. If we cannot count on Magus Medivh as an ally, we are weakened. If we discount the capabilities of the orcs, we are lost. Listen to what they are saying.
I am listening. We spent many years with young Medivh, both before and during his long sleep. He remembers his friends, and once he reveals his thinking, I'm sure even you will appreciate the Magus' friendship.
But...
I will hear no more. You are dismissed.
My men and I will search the lower floor for Medivh.
I will search the main hall and the private quarters.
Khadgar? What is it?
The Song of Egwin, an epic poem about his mother. The papers seem torn. We should find the other missing pieces.
We'd best save our strength for Medivh.
You go and look for him. I will be right behind you. Observe and reflect. I have to Any luck on your side?
Luck? No. There are still many things to look through.
You believe me, don't you?
When I was your age, I was tending to Medivh in his coma. I swore there was another man opposite to me, also watching over the Magus. He seemed to be made of burnished brass, with heavy horns, and a beard made of flames.
Sargeras.
I never forgot what I saw, and as the years passed, I began to realize that I had seen a bit of the truth. We may yet save Medivh, but we might find the darkness is too deeply rooted.
Morose. Loyal to the end. Help.
Vision? How far in the future are we? Bad news, sire. The various clans are working together in this assault. Gul'dan is bringing his warlocks by nightfall. Until then, the Blackrock clan will be trying to take the eastern wall.
Expected and countered. We will throw this one back just like the others. As long as men with stout hearts are manning the walls and the throne, Stormwind will hold.
The Orc leaders agree with your assessment, and have enlisted an assassin to remove that strong heart on the throne. I'm sorry. No, I told the king. I told him, but he would not listen. I'm going to kill him. He treated me well, and I'm going to kill him. We have to go.
Knowledge is power. I will find a way through this. I have obtained old pages.
And you can use the Song of Egwin to decipher coded messages. I just found one. Take a look.
Curious. I will find a way through this. Curious. Always happy to help.
Hello, young trust. It was inspired, I must say, to summon the shadow of my past, to stop me from pursuing you. Of course, while you were out gathering your strength, I was out gathering my own.
Be vigilant.
Poor Gul'dan. I thought with your conflicting heritages, you of all people would understand what I'm going through. Let me drive my own divisions and doubts into you. You'll never know who you serve.
Magus, whatever has happened, I'm sure it can be fixed.
Why should I fix it? All goes as planned. The orcs will slay the humans, and I will control them through warlock chiefs like Gul'dan. I will lead them to Sargeras' body, and my form will be free.
You are Sargeras?
Yes. And no. I am. For when Egwin killed my physical body, I hid within her womb.
Monstrous.
It seems your trust was misplaced, after all.
Knowledge is power. I have to keep moving. Stay focused now.
Stop it now, Med. I don't want to fight you.
Curious. Stay focused. You robbed me of my youth.
And now you get to die, young trust.
Curious. I have to keep moving.
Don't even blink.
So it comes to this.
I think that the human part of you, Medivh, kept others around despite your own plans. As a backup for when you finally went mad, so your friends could put you down.
I never really meant to harm anyone. I only wanted to have my own life. Thank you. I fought it for as long as I could.
I must bury what's left of Medivh, and I must find Garona. She couldn't have gone far.
It couldn't have been helped, you know. We tried to alter it, but it was all part of a greater scheme.
I know. All part of a greater cycle. A cycle that now at last may be broken.
How long have you been able to see me?
I have felt bits of you as long as I have been here. From my first day. How long have you been there?
Most of an evening. The dawn is coming up here.
Here as well. Perhaps that is why we can talk. You are a vision, but different than any I have seen before. Are you future or past?
Future. Do you know who I am?
You are younger and calmer, but yes, I know. I thought I just buried you. But now you're back, or you will be back. Different, but the same.
In many ways, I was never here the first time around.
More is the pity. So what are you in the future? Magus? Guardian? Demon?
Be reassured, I am a better being than I was. I am free of the taint of Sargeras, thanks to your actions this day. Now I may deal directly with the Lord of the Burning Legion. There cannot be success without sacrifice.
Sacrifice? Tell me this then, Ghost of the Future. Is all that we have seen true? Will Stormwind truly fall? Will Garona slay King Lane? Must I die in this aged flesh in some nether-spawned land?
As long as there are Guardians, there is order. And as long as there is order, the parts are there to be played. Decisions made millennia ago set both your path and mine. It is part of a greater cycle, one that has held us all in its sway.
Perhaps there should be no Guardians then, if this has been the price.
Agreed. But for the moment, for your moment, we must all play our part. We all must pay this price. And then, when we have the chance, we will start anew. I have to pull the power from this place, if I am to succeed in what is to come. With the visions come memories, and with these memories, responsibilities. This must never happen again. This must be corrected. And so, we start anew.